This is All India Radio. Colors of Life. All India Radio, in collaboration with Vigyan Prasar, presents science serial Colors of Life, episode number 12, entitled King of Thieves. In our last episode, we talked about endangered species. When we know the cause of endangerment, we can successfully create solutions for the management of biodiversity. And now, let's listen to the 12th episode of the science serial Colors of Life, entitled King of Thieves.
Look, Gappu, we had 10 years of vast experience of robbery and looting. And after coming to this new colony, I feel I am the king of thieves.
You are right, Shambhu Ustad. I too feel that you are the greatest thief to be born on this earth. But Ustad, to make an impression on the colony, we will have to do something really big. A big robbery.
Yes, you are right, Gappu. This colony should also know who the king of thieves is.
Of course, you, Ustad. But Ustad, if someone is bigger thief than you, then...
Gappu?
Ustad...
Gappu, if there is a bigger thief than me in this world, then I will quit.
Huh?
Yes, and become a farmer.
Shambhu Ustad, you are always so negative. Why will we do farming when we can eat from other people's hard work? I still feel, Ustad, there isn't a bigger thief than you.
Malina, tell me about the information you have about the colony.
Shambhu Ustad, the colony is very reputed and neighbors care about each other. And no robbery has been reported for the last 5 years.
So then we'll have to show our magic.
Yes, Ustad, yes. Ustad, the house we are robbing in, Surya Prakash ji, he is a very respected person in the colony.
Ji? Hare? From when you have started saying Ji?
Ustad, he is so well respected, so
So then it is decided. We will strike at Surya Prakash's house.
Okay, Ustad.
Bhabiji, the dinner was really tasty.
Thank you.
Really tasty. There is nothing better than home cooked food.
That's true.
We're really good. Bored eating the conference food.
You relax. I'll get some coffee for all of us.
Oh, so nice of you.
Oi, Gappu, you said there were only children and their mummy in the house. I can see 2 more people.
Shambhu Ustad, it seems our timing is a bit off. Surya Prakash ji has returned back from his trip, and along with him, he has brought a friend.
Again, Ji? Oh, Gappu, are you my assistant or Surya Prakash?
Ustad ji, yours. Ustad ji, now we have entered the house. Let us wait for them to sleep. And then they sleep and we clean the house.
You are right, Gappu.
Jigyasa, why is Manav so quiet? What's the matter?
Papa, actually Manav is confused about what exactly happens in the conference.
Huh?
What is so interesting that people have to talk for 4 days?
Well, Manav, we try to find solutions for different problems by discussing it.
Problems? What kind of problems?
Well, problems of the biggest thief, king of thieves in this world.
King of Thieves?
Yeah.
Who is he?
Ustad. Are they talking about us?
Yeah. Be quiet. Keep standing behind the curtain. and let's find out how famous we really are.
Very interesting. Conference on who is the king of thieves of the world.
So, Uncle, who is the king of thieves?
Well, the biggest thief in this world is the one who loots on the biodiversity of the earth.
Thief of biodiversity?
Yes?
The biggest thief. Why?
Arey, because of him, the whole human race is being threatened.
Yes. That's why he is the biggest thief.
Shambhu Ustad. Sorry. Shambhu Ustad, I don't understand. Who is this thief?
Oh, be quiet. Have patience.
Okay.
Listen, we will soon know who this thief is.
Okay.
Who has put the whole human race in danger.
Uncle, I can't understand one thing.
What's that?
There is so much poverty, hunger, and disease in the world. Still, you are saying that the loss of biodiversity threatens the human race.
Absolutely right, Manav. Do you know that the latest report of UN suggests that by 2020, approximately 5 crore environmental migration will have taken place. And this migration will occur due to climate change, leading to the shortage of water and food, meaning loss of biodiversity, and then everybody will lose their homes.
Oh, so that is the reason why the one responsible for loss of biodiversity is the king of thieves.
Yes.
Absolutely right.
Kamran uncle, is it not difficult to calculate the economic importance of biodiversity?
Well, Jigyasa, the answer to this question is both yes and no.
Uncle, how can the answer be both yes and no?
Well, Manav, to know the real value of biodiversity is a difficult task because this depends on human thought, which may be different at the individual and societal levels.
How?
Let's take the example of elephant. Look, Jigyasa. Those who do not have any contact with the elephant on a daily basis know them for their size, magnificence, and intelligence.
Yes, and those who live alongside them, for them, elephants are destroyer of their crop and wealth.
So then, how can we understand the contributions of biodiversity to our society?
Well, for that, we'll first have to look at the direct and indirect uses of biodiversity, like wood, fruits, etc. We use directly, but things like nutrient cycle are indirect uses of biodiversity.
That is okay, Uncle, but if there is a little loss of biodiversity, then it hardly matters.
In reality, Manav, we do not know the exact role of every species of the ecosystem.
So why so much importance on biodiversity?
Hello guys, coffee's ready. Help yourself,
Nice
Kamran.
of you, Mami.
Thank you.
Yaar, Gappu, I'm also feeling hungry.
Ustad, wait. I want to hear the discussion. It is very interesting.
Manav is concerned about the loss of biodiversity.
I know.
Arey Manav, no worrying. You'll only save the biodiversity in the future.
Papa, that is the reason why Manav is so worried. This saving business is not his cup of tea.
Didi,
Okay, Manav, recently in a study by UN by the economics of ecosystem and the biodiversity, meaning TEEB, it has been reported that for human race, any damage to biodiversity is unaffordable.
True, Kamran. It is unaffordable as the game of world economy is dependent on the resources only.
That's true.
how?
Well, let's try to understand this step by step. Let's talk about the economic importance of biodiversity first.
Okay.
For this, let's first understand about the relationship between food security and biodiversity.
Right.
Yes, for Manav, it will be very interesting to talk about food because he
Yes,
loves food.
Okay, about 12,000 years ago, humans started growing crops and then settled into small groups.
This I already know.
Well, then you must also know that from that time only, destruction of biodiversity started.
From that time only.
Yes?
How?
Manav, don't be silly. When man had to grow crops, he needed land. So he cleared the forests and got the land for farming.
Oh.
Absolutely correct. Manav, do you know that there are about 7.5 lakh plant species known, but 90% of our food comes from about 100 plant species only?
Only 100?
Yes, as one scientist said, that wheat and rice are surely against human starvation.
Well, Kamran, is it not true that honeybees, butterflies, bats, and birds play a crucial role in crop and food production?
Yes, Surya Prakash, about 1/3 of our food is dependent on natural pollination. Do you know, Manav, when honeybees go about collecting nectar from flowers, pollens get stuck on their legs. And thus pollens from one flower reaches other flowers and pollination occurs. Because of this pollination, we get such delicious fruits and vegetables.
Yeah. Now, Manav, how can we calculate the price of this priceless work of honeybees? Tell
I
me.
agree with you. But who is the thief of biodiversity? Honeybees are not in our control.
No control. We control everything, Manav. By excessing spraying of pesticides, we destroy not only the harmful pest but also useful insects like honeybee, butterflies, wasps, etc. And this is not all. We are threatening our soil in a more worse way.
Soil? How?
Well, Manav, soil contains many kinds of bacteria and fungi, small insects, etc. These help in denaturation of biotic material and give the plants essential nutrients. Due to these actions, there is a balance of nitrogen, carbon, phosphorus, etc. in between biotic and abiotic resources in our ecosystem.
Because of these nutrients only, we get good harvest.
Very true.
Yes, and due to these bacteria, fungi, etc., a rich, fertile layer of soil is formed, which is called humus. Do you know how long it takes to form this top layer?
How
guesses?
long?
Any guesses? Well, it takes approximately 100 years.
100 years, oh my God.
Yes.
And to destroy it, it takes only few years.
True, Surya Prakash. By adopting the intensive way of farming, we have already destroyed the top layer of soil in some areas and the land there has become barren.
So, Manav, who will estimate the price for this biodiversity of the soil?
That's true, Jigyasa. Farmers grow crops worth crores of rupees every year on this fertile land, and this only runs the world's economy. Nowadays, a new concept of future trading has started, which depends on forecast about the crop production.
Kamran uncle, is not biodiversity the only answer for food security?
Well, let me answer that, Jigyasa.
Sure, Papa.
Now just imagine, if the world had not got dwarf variety of wheat, would we have achieved the green revolution? Wouldn't we have starved?
But Green Revolution was the result of farmers' hard work. What was the role of biodiversity in that?
Yes, Manav. It was farmers' hard work and the scientists too. But during World War II, if the American scientists had not found the dwarf variety of wheat in Japan, they wouldn't have developed the Noreen wheat, a dwarf variety of wheat, and there would have been no green revolution at all.
Very true. So, Manav, do you still want to understand the importance of biodiversity? The entire world has food on their plate due to this biodiversity only. Understood?
Manav, we use variety of pesticide to kill harmful pests. But if we behave in a more responsible way, about 99% pests which destroy our plant are eaten up by birds or friendly insects or fungi, etc. Do you know that pesticide business is a big business? It's worth crores of rupees.
Crores of rupees.
Kappu, do you understand?
No, Ustad, I still don't understand. Who is this king of thieves?
Okay, listen.
Okay.
Come on, Manav. Let's do some maths on biodiversity. Uncle, I also want to ask you one question. Will anyone really be able to find the real worth or value of biodiversity?
Well, Jigyasa dear, let me answer this again.
Sure.
It is difficult to calculate the exact value of the biodiversity on whom our whole existence is dependent. Though, in a research done by TEEB for UN, they have appraised the value of biodiversity to trillions of rupees.
Oh my God.
From fish in the ocean to birds in the sky, they are all in some or the other way beneficial to us.
Right. Manav, have you ever thought what is the biggest source of protein?
Yes, eggs.
Okay, Manav, no doubt eggs are a rich source of protein, but the richest source of proteins are fish.
Oh.
Do you know yearly about 10 crore tons of fish are harvested?
10 crore tons.
Yes, in Africa and Asia, for 20% of people, fish is the only source of protein.
So, I now understand that for food, biodiversity is necessary.
Right.
Is there any other role of biodiversity?
Yes, of course. For medicine, biodiversity is very essential, and today the global market of medicine is very big. I have read somewhere that India alone has a pharmaceutical business of 80,000 crores.
Hey, such a large business.
Now, Manav, you will have to calculate the value of biodiversity for medicines too.
That's true. According to World Health Organization, WHO, in developing world, about 80% of people are still dependent on traditional medicine, whose main source are plants. From malaria to cancer, about 6,500 different kinds of plants are useful for treatment.
Interesting.
Right. Kamran, I remember reading somewhere that in a recent survey it was found that in developed nation also biodiversity contribute in modern medicine.
Right.
In America itself, about 150 medicines prescribed by doctors, 118 come from natural sources.
Interesting.
That's true, Surya. According to National Cancer Institute located in America, 70% medicines used for treatment of cancer come from plant sources.
That's great. So, if the whole pharmaceutical industry is dependent on biodiversity, how will poor Manav calculate the price?
Well, industries such as textile, wood, edible oil, perfume, dyes, paper, wax, rubber, coke, wool, silk, fur, leather, etc. are also dependent on plant and animal diversity. Besides these, animals are used for transport. And what about the role of biodiversity in tourism industry? I forgot to add that.
Tourism. How come? Those who want to see wildlife can. And how does seeing wildlife cost anything?
Well, Manav, now tourism is a big business. And ecotourism is an important part of it. Do you know, ecotourism in some countries can earn them about 20 lakh crores of rupees yearly.
20 lakh crores.
Yes.
So much.
Yes.
Yes, Manav, about 20 lakh crores worth of business. So, can you now calculate the value of biodiversity?
Manav.
Do you know in Florida, USA, about 6,500 crores are earned every year just by coral reefs there?
That's interesting.
Well, we all know that forests play an important role in rainfall, precipitation, and conservation of the biodiversity. But do you know they also contribute in the national economy?
There are also indirect advantages of forests as they check the pollution by acting as carbon sinks, releasing oxygen, and also stop erosion of the soil. Directly, the forests provide us with timber, edible seeds, fruits, and tubers, etc.
True. Recently, scientists have isolated a painkiller from a type of snail.
Snail.
Yes.
Painkiller from a type of snail.
Yes, Manav. The snail is cone snail. This painkiller is 1,000 times more effective than morphine and is not addictive too.
My God, that's
Uncle.
amazing.
So, biodiversity is very beneficial for our survival. But for our survival, man has made many inventions. Does biodiversity play a role in that too?
Arey, how did we get the idea of flying? By watching birds fly.
Yes.
And the concept of telephone also must have been inspired by bats or maybe by dolphins or sharks.
Well, Bhabiji, I can't say about them, but have you noticed infrared sensors in malls, etc.?
Yeah.
Which detect radio tags present
Yes,
in
yes,
anything or
exactly.
detect metals?
Yes.
Do you know from where we got the idea of infrared detectors?
From where, uncle?
Well, from rattlesnakes.
Rattlesnake.
Rattlesnake.
Yes, the most poisonous snake. rattlesnake has heat-sensitive organs which can sense the change in temperature and so the presence of its enemy or prey.
Okay.
These kind of inventions are based on biomimicry.
Our Manav is also very good at mimicry, but of monkeys.
Papa, don't make fun of Manav.
Yeah.
He doesn't need to copy the monkey. If he acts natural, he acts like a monkey.
Didi,
Please, Jigyasa.
stop making fun of me. Now, just tell me who are the looters of biodiversity.
Well, Manav, I'll tell you by an example and then you guess who are the looters.
Ustadji, king of thieves.
Listen.
Okay.
We spray pesticides on our crops to protect them from diseases. And when there is flood or excess of rainfall, there is erosion of soil.
Yes.
This soil then with all the pesticides goes with rainwater to water reservoirs to the sea, and this results in increase in the algae in the sea, that is algal bloom. And when there is more algae, there will be more oxygen consumption and so less oxygen for aquatic life, leading to their death. Now tell me, who is the looter of biodiversity?
Algae.
Stupid. The culprit was not algae, but one who sprayed the pesticides and fertilizer.
Wonderful, Jigyasa.
Have you ever thought about the extent of destruction committed by Manav or man?
Oh, come on.
Have you heard about keystone species?
Keystone? What are these keystone species?
Manav, you might have seen a boulder sticking out precariously from the hill. It is surrounded by small stones which support the boulder. But one of those small stones is so crucially placed that on its removal, the whole boulder will fall off. That small stone is the keystone.
Right.
So, the keystone species are those which, when removed, will result in falling of the boulder.
No, not the boulder, but the whole ecosystem.
Oh.
Well, Manav, actually keystone species play a key role in maintaining the ecosystem. These species are of different kinds. They may be predators or those which exchange nutrients between ecosystems, or some act like engineers.
I don't understand.
Okay. See, Manav. See, we consider sea otters as keystone species.
Okay.
The sea otters feed on sea urchins and keep the population of sea urchins in check, and in turn also conserve the seaweeds, kelp, which grows like forests in the sea.
How come?
Bhabiji, the sea urchin feeds on the roots of the kelp, and if sea otters are removed, then the kelps will also be destroyed and it will damage the whole ecosystem of the sea.
Great. These keystone species are very useful.
Yes, Surya Prakash. Grizzly bears living in North America are another excellent example of keystone species which plays the role of engineer in ecosystem.
A grizzly bear. Are they not the largest species of bear in the world?
And what important work do they do?
Well, grizzly bear transport the nutrients from the ecosystem of ocean to the ecosystem of forests.
Just a minute. How do they do it?
Well, see, in the first step, the salmon fish rich in nutrients like nitrogen, sulfur, carbon, phosphorus travels thousands of miles through rivers towards the ocean where they are eaten by the grizzly.
Okay.
I've seen it on TV. The grizzlies stand in a line and catch the salmon.
Good, Manav. So these grizzlies, after eating the salmon, go back to the forests, and the nutrients of salmon reach the forest through the feces of the grizzly along with parts of salmon uneaten by the bear. It is estimated that about half of the salmons caught by the bear are left on the soil of the forest, making it fertile, which helps in growth of the vegetation.
And if the grizzlies become extinct, the whole jungle will get destroyed.
That's true, Jigyasa.
So, loss of biodiversity causes awful influence on the society in totality.
Yes, Bhabiji. If land is barren, the farmers will be distressed. They will come to the city to become laborers. In the city, there will be increase in population, and as farmers will leave farming, there will be decrease in crop production.
That's true.
Decreased crop production will lead to increase in food prices, resulting in urban poor and increased crimes, theft, apathy, etc.
That's true. Very
Arey
true.
baap re. So, the king of thieves is the human.
Right.
Who is stealing this valuable biodiversity and endangering the human race itself.
That's true,
That's
Manav.
right, Manav. So now you know the importance of biodiversity and the truth about the king of thieves.
Yes.
Ustad ji, king of thieves, everybody.
Papa, there is someone behind the curtain.
Who is there? Come on, bring that eyebrows from the kitchen. Vasudha, call the police.
No, Sab, no, Sab. Don't call the police.
No, please.
How dare you enter our house?
Saab, the door to your terrace was open, so we used it.
But Sab, we promise we will quit looting.
Actually, Saab, Shambhu Ustad swore that if there was a bigger thief than him, then he will leave robbery.
Yes, Sab. Now, after listening to you about the thieves of biodiversity, we have accepted defeat.
Yes, Saab.
Sab, the biggest thief is one who is stealing our biodiversity.
Yes, Saab.
Sab, if you meet him, give our regards to him, Sab.
And Bhabiji, please don't call the police. We promise we will leave this business of looting and leave from the terrace itself. You please lock the door after us, please.
Pardon, sir. From today, we will never steal anything.
Yes.
And we will start farming.
Yes.
And we will try to protect our biodiversity.
Yes, sir, yes.
This will need more hard work and valor.
Okay, what's your name?
Shambhu Sabji.
Sir Gappu.
Okay, Shambhu, Gappu.
Yes.
We won't call the police, but if you promise to do farming honestly.
Yes.
That too, organic.
So that the environment is not harmed.
Ji Saab. Okay. Namaste, Saab.
Hello. Arey bhai. Now you can go by the front door.
Okay, Ji.
Ustad ji, come, Ustad ji.
Oh, my God. So, Manav, it was really beneficial telling you about the economic importance of biodiversity.
True, absolutely. We were saved from near theft.
Yes. And we found the protectors of biodiversity too.
Colors of Life. You were listening to the 12th episode of this science serial jointly produced by All India Radio and Vigyan Prasar entitled King of Thieves. Script and research was by Dr. Anurag Sharma. Concept was by Shri Anuj Sinha and Dr. T.V. Venkateshwaran. This episode was directed by Sudarshan Kumar. Presented by Dr. R.S. Yadav. Recording and dubbing assistant Sharad Sharma. Assisted by Yagyadat Mishra. Participants were Vijay Nagya, Kumkum Jain, Ridhima Bagga, Asa Sharma, Sameer Thukral, Kishore Saijani, and Sushant Malhotra. Please stay with us. Don't go, but hey, we must tell you about your participation. You can also associate. We will be asking you questions regarding this episode. If you have heard our program carefully, answer was there in itself. So take out your pen and write down. Name the dwarf variety of wheat of Japan which American scientist developed. I repeat, name the dwarf variety of wheat of Japan which American scientist developed. 2 lucky listeners by a lucky draw sending right answers will win attractive gifts presented by Vigyan Prasar. So do write to us. Our postal address is Science Serial, Colors of Life. Care of Station Director, Post Box number 71. All India Radio, Sunset Marg, New Delhi 110001. Please do write or mail us along with answers, your full name, address, age, and profession. If you are associated with any science club, write with total membership of your club. If you have any query, question, or experience, don't hesitate to write to us. We will try to answer. Your views on different topics related to science, particularly on biodiversity, that is plants and animals, are welcome. The best views expressed by listeners will also be given suitable prize by Vigyan Prasar. We will be here again with the next episode of this science serial, Colors of Life. Same day, same time, next week. Till then, goodbye.